These police officers running. I'm talking about, you could tell they had experience the way they was running. Oh, baby, they wanted them. Boom. I get to the car. I open up the passenger side straight up. Boom, let Nikki in. So Nikki clams in the back. I'm like, ah. So I clams in. Boom. Tracy, she gets in. Boom. The dude get in, T get in. So now you got this girl fiddling with her keys. She like, oh, so Jamie like, come on, pull up. So she finally get the key. Woo, and the police, they right there at the window when she bags out. They do, hey, stop. They pull it on the handle. Jamie like, pull up, skirt. We gone. So Nikki like, what was that? So I'm like, why would y'all, what? So Jamie back there and T back there like, yeah. She like, we got him. So she like, yo, what if they, so Tracy, she like, what if they got my license plate? So T like, you think they got your license? How would they get your license plate that fast? So she like, they look like real cops. She like, them security guards, those top flights. So Jamie, she opened up her bag. She got all type of stuff. I'm talking about Jordan shirts, Jordan sweatpants, shoes. I'm like, how did she? Like, this girl was a pro at what she do. I think she just need to do this stuff by herself. Because anytime she brought people with her, it was an epic fail. Right? We're running for dear life. So, boom. At this point, Tracy is like, look, I'm going to take y'all and I'm going to drop y'all off a block away from the complex. So, T like, nah, why? So, the dude like, nah, I got too much stuff on me. Right? Because he left his bag in the car. She like, so you, oh my God. So, she speeding. Police behind us, bro. Pull us over. So immediately we're panicking. I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God. So Nikki like, see, they probably called another officer. See, and then so Tracy like, see, they probably got my license plates. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, so what we gonna do? So T like, I'm finna run. I'm like, no, don't run. Like, what you finna get out and run for? So we just sitting there. And so the cop ain't come out yet. So we like, oh my God. So Tracy like, see, y'all, if I would have known y'all was going to do this, I would have never took y'all to them. Now she up and there in the car regretting everything. So T like, just relax. She like, oh yeah, relax. But this my car. I'm going to end up getting my car taken and I'm going to end up going to jail for something I ain't even do. So we all up in there like straight scared. Boom, we see the officer. He comes out, but the officer on the passenger side come out. So now they let us know it's 2 officers. So Tamika like, oh my God, here they come. So Jamie like, stop turning around and looking. Boom, he walks up, he taps on the window. Tap. He like, can you let down the windows? So she put the key in, boom, she let down all the windows. Now all our faces exposed. So the officer like, where you guys heading to? So Tracy like, to my house. He like, where you guys coming from? So she like, from the mall. Jamie like, no, we stopped at the mall and then we changed our mind and then, so he like, okay, y'all coming from the mall. So she got paranoid. First off, he's talking to the driver. Hush it, you finna blow it for us. So he said, okay. He said, I just wanted to tell you that your tail light is out. He like, make sure you fix that. He like, I won't give you a ticket this time. So she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it fixed today. He like, okay. He like, by chance you got your license? And so the other cop we see the other cop walking on the side. So he kind of startled us. And cause she was reaching over, he like, you give it to my partner. So he give it to the dude that's on the side where she's at. And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. And he went back there, and then I guess he ran her name or whatever. Comes back, give it to her. Like, all right, get that tail light fixed. She said, yeah, I'm going to get it. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my God. So she like, I don't know why my tail light. She like, I just fixed it. So she pulled off. So she like, I just fixed that. So she said, Jamie, you was acting paranoid. She like, I don't know what was going on. She like, I'm sorry, that was my bad. She like, I need to smoke, man, my nerves. So Nikki like, I want to go home. I'm like, she like, we need to go now. So we pulls up. clear as day, Tracy, she dropped, so she didn't even bring us inside the complex. The dude stayed in the car with her. Boom. We waited. She drove Jamie car. Boom. She like, here, so we left. Straight up, we departed, we left. Now we're driving back. So she like, yo, I gotta pop this off. So she like, I can't wait to get home so I could take pictures. Now, mind you, when she get home, it's still static in the land with her and Pooh, right? It's still static. So I end up letting Nikki know, like, hey, I'm sorry. She like, we need to talk as soon as we pull up. So Jamie in the house, she taking pictures, putting it on Facebook. Me and Nikki, we downstairs out in the back, right? So we talking. So she like, look, you cannot stay here. You need to go home. I'm like, what? She like, you need to go home. I'm like, I'm not going home. She like, you're going to stay here. You're going to end up in jail. And then your mama's still going to end up finding you. Come on, they stealing out of malls. Really? I'm like, she like, so that's what you are, Roshan? You a thief? You wanna hang with them? I'm like, no. I don't want to hang with them. I'm like, but I don't got nowhere to go. I'm like, they just my friends. She like, this girl had us over somebody she met off the internet. She like, when you told me that, I already knew that you're in real life danger and you just need to go home and whatever, and talk to your mom, and whatever happened. I'm like, I'm not going back. She like, so what you gonna do? Because I'm not coming back here. I'm like, oh, so you're not gonna come? So you're not gonna come see me? She like, I didn't mean that. And so she used to call me Buddha because I had a high attitude. Now she got that name from I Love New York, because she said my temper, right? And so I was like, you know what? You ain't gotta come see me. So I walked off. So I said, you want to go home? So she like, would you come in? So now we in like this breezeway, like a hallway area. And we're having it out by the end of the door. So we're having it out. So I'm like, it's fine. So she like, so something's going to end up happening to you. And then what? They're going to come to me because they know I'm out here. I'm like, well, look, okay, just hear me out. I think I got a plan. She says, the plan is you're going home. I'm like, no, that's not the plan. Like, I'm gonna really get a job. She's like, but you're gonna need an apartment. I'm like, I will figure it. I will get it. I'm like, just trust me. She's like, okay, I trust you. I'm like, can we go back upstairs? She's like, let's go. So she grabbed my hand. And boom, we go upstairs. Now, as we going, like, we're walking in the hallway. As we walking, I bump into Chloe. She like, hey, Roethegoat. I'm like, what's up? So she like, how she know you? So Nikki like, how she know your name? I'm like, oh, she cool. I'm like, that's Jamie. I'm like, that's Jamie and T, T friend. So she like, yeah, okay. That's why you probably like this building so much. And she let my hand go and kept walking. I'm like, so I grab her by the heel. So I'm like, stop, come here. She like, stop. So everybody wants you when you giving them attention. I'm like, I'm not. So when I'm not here, you be hanging with other girls. I'm like, no, which I did a few times, but I wouldn't know nothing. So she like, yeah, okay. She like, because if I found out, I'll beat you up and them up. I'm like, come on. So we get on the elevator, boom. We gets back to Jamie crib. Now, Jamie already, in a sense, juking it up, right? So she like, yo, I got these sales. So she like, look, I'm finna go and drop them off. Boom, she dips. Now it's me, T, and Nikki. So T like, look, I'm finna get ready to dip. I'm finna go holler at one of the other girls. I'm like, whatever you do, don't go messing with Pooh. She like, ain't nobody worried about Pooh. She better fix her door. I'm like, you still going in on the door because you knew what you was on. You still being extra. So boom. All of a sudden she leaves. So me and Nikki, we got the spot to ourselves. So I'm like, come here. So it was like this one chair that you could just like sit in and you could let it all the way back and stuff like that. So I'm like, come here. So she gets in a chair. So we, we have a little, we had a little moment to moment, a little makeup. So we doing our thing. Boom. So we chilling. So she gonna leave in the morning, boom, Jamie come back. Jamie like, hey, yo, tomorrow they throwing a big party. One of my guys having a tattoo party, the one that I just juked all the stuff to. So I'm like, the shoes too? She like, yeah. I'm going to go back to the mall and grab some more. I'm like, man, I ain't going no more. So Nikki like, look, you better make sure my man don't get in no trouble, or I'm coming for you. So she like, ooh, don't beat me up. Nikki feisty. She like, yeah, but because if something happened to him and then his mom gonna be very mad. So she like, I'm gonna make sure nothing happened to him, I promise. So boom, the next day come. Nikki, she dips. All right, boom, she's gone. All right. Now I'm like, I need to get a job. So boom, Pooh hits me up. She like, hey, don't forget now. She finna leave in a couple of days. She like, don't forget, you're gonna be watching my crib. I leave in a couple of days. She like, so if you want, you can spend a night tomorrow here. So I'm like, perfect. So now I could be like, look, Nikki, I'm finna have, you know what I'm saying, this place for like a couple of months. You could be coming over here. Like, I got my own space, and I'm going to try to look for a little side gig, a little hustle. I'm going to be straight. So I'm like, I got a plan. So now I just need to hustle and get a gig. So boom, I'm trying to get a gig at all type of places. I'm going to random places, corner stores. Boom, somebody finally called me. This lady had like, hey, you want to like bust suds, like do dishes. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was at this little side corner store where they do like slice of pizzas and all that, fries and all that, the combo stuff. I was just doing dishes. So I was cool with that, making a little bread. Boom, they hired me on the spot. So I'm working there for the first 2 days. Now, I lost track that Pooh had dip. Boom, so I get a random looking call. Like, and it kept calling my phone. So I'm like, hello? She like, did you check on my house? I'm like, oh, Pooh. I'm like, oh, you left? She like, yeah, I've been calling. I'm like, I don't pick up random numbers. So I'm like, I'm going to check on it as soon as I leave work. So she like, oh, you working? I'm like, yeah, I'm working. I'm like, you still got me on the food and stuff? She like, yeah, don't worry. I left the link card there with the PIN number. Woo woo. She like, I don't want Tamika or none of them in my crib, and I got something for them. I'm just trying to get my daughter back, but I got something for them. That's all she was saying on the phone. She like, but this is the number you can reach me. You're going to be able to reach me at, because I'm not allowed to have my personal cell phone. I'm like, all right. She like, but if you got a Facebook, I got a computer in here. You can be able to hit me up on Facebook. I'm like, all right, bet. Boom, I hang up. So I'm like, immediately I felt great. I'm like, boom, I feel good. I hit Nikki up. So Nikki sounds sad. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, Beth is really getting on my nerve. I'm really, I'm just tired of her. I just told my mama it's either going to be me or her. Like, she way more older than me. I'm like, she's older than both of us. But the way that Beth used to act, it was just like, come on, dude, chill out. You don't even go to school no more. You just up here just being totally awful. You trying to come at this girl and this girl make all A's. You a dropout. Like, you just trying to control her life. So I say, look, I said, if you want to, I say, you could come over here. I'm like, I got a crib. She like, you got a crib? I'm like, yeah, I seen some videos. She like, well, hang up right now and send me some videos. I'm like, all right, cool. So boom, I started showing her the crib. Pooh had the crib super clean. She had, you know what I'm saying, the car right there so I could be able to get the food. She left me bud. She left me drink. She got me right. I'm talking about she got me right. And nobody really know that I'm down now holding it down. So boom, Nikki hit me back. She like, wow. I'm like, yeah, Pooh gave me the crib. She like, Pooh. I'm like, yeah, she's going to like some rehab so she could be able to get her daughter back and stuff like that. I'm like, she gonna be gone for like, I think 2 or 3 months, right? I'm like, I think it's 60 or 90. I'm like, I'm not for sure. So she was like, okay. I'm like, so if you want, just come on. She like, yeah, I'll be over there in a couple of days. She like, let me let this dad down. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, my mom been over there? She like, yeah, she put out another report. I'm like, she can put out as much as a report. Now I'm confident she can put out as much report she wants to. She ain't gonna find me. She like, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. Boom. Hang up, right? Hang up. So Jamie been hitting me up. She like, hey, like, you ain't spent the night. You ain't spent the night in a couple of days. Now, I've been working and going straight to Pooh crib. I got everything I need there. No, I have not tapped in. I've been thinking like, dang, man, you know, I don't want to lose Nikki. You know, I was falling for it deep. I didn't want to lose Nikki. I'm like, man, they going to get me locked up. Like, I didn't know what to do, but I was still cool with Jamie. So Jamie like, where you at? I'm like, yeah, I'm down the street. She like, down the street where? I'm like, oh, I'm at Pooh crib. She like, gee, you at Pooh crib? I'm like, yeah. She like, for what? I'm like, oh, remember I told you she gave me a key? Now I know I did. I'm like, remember I told you she gave me a key? She like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Remember I told you that she wanted me to hold her crib down, and until she get up out of this rehab. She like, so you got the whole crib to yourself? I'm like, yeah, I got it to myself. So she like, bet, I'm on my way down there. I'm like, no. She like, what? I'm like, she don't want me to have nobody in the house. She like, how's she gonna know? I'm like, look, she don't want me to have nobody in the house. I'm like, I want to respect her rules. She like, she ain't gonna know. I'm finna come down now. Click. I'm like, now me, I'm big on respecting the rules, bro. All right. So boom, Jamie knocks on the door. Do. I come outside the door. I'm like, yeah. She like, let me in. I'm like, nah. First off, the girl just got the door fixed. So, nah, I can't let you in, G. She like, why not? I'm like, because. She like, how she gonna know? She ain't got no cameras in there. I'm like, man, she told me don't let you or T. So boom, my phone, as I'm talking to her, my phone ring. Hello? I knew it's her. She like, why is Jamie in my door? I'm like, Jamie like, what? I'm like, how you know she was at the door? She like, my friend. She like, I got people watching out for my crib too. I'm like, yeah, she just came down here to ask me a question. She like, yeah, just remember, don't let them in my crib. I trust you though. I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. I hung up, click. I'm like, gee, that was Pooh. She like, what? I'm like, that was Pooh. She like, what she wanted? I'm like, she knew you was at the front door. And so she like, she probably got a camera. I'm like, let me see. So I'm checking. I'm looking. I went in there, I look at Jamie out there waiting on me in the hallway. So I look, I don't see no camera. I'm like, nah, she probably do got people watching, because her and that tall girl who rolled on her baby and accidentally killed her baby, them two was a threat to the whole complex, period. They was a threat. And they used to didn't like each other, but somehow they started to be kind of cool. So I'm like, man, I don't know. Ain't no camera in there. So she like, all right, well, come down to the crib then, my crib. So boom, I grab everything I need up out of Pooh crib. And I go down there and I kick it with Jamie. So T come in, she drunk. I'm talking about holding bottle in hand drunk. So she like, yo, take me to Mickey D's, right? So she telling Jamie, take me to Mickey D's, man. She like, you drunk? She like, man, I ain't drunk. I'm hungry than a mother, right? So I'm like, you good? She like, pretty boy, I'm straight, pretty boy. Hey, come on. Take me to Mickey D's. So I'm like, well, I could get some fries, you know what I'm saying, a strawberry, you know what I'm saying, a strawberry milkshake or something. So boom, we gets in the car, we pulls up the Mickey D's, right? So Jamie like, Tamika, what you want? So Tamika like, man, let me get a quarter pounder. Get a daily double. Let me get 2 daily double. No, let me get a fish. So Jamie like, what you want? So the lady steady like, okay, like, do you want all essentials? Do you want a combo meal? So she was off something else, but it looked like she was drunk. So all of a sudden my phone is just going off, right? I looked at it, I'm like, it's Nikki, but I'm like, I'm in the car. I don't want them to be nosy in my business. So she texts like, pick up ASAP. I'm like, so Jamie like, ma'am, I'm sorry, just never mind. So we pull out the drive-through line. Immediately, Tamika gets mad, like, I'm trying to order my food. She like, your name and everything on the menu. She like, I don't know what I want. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. I'm lit. I'm hungry. So I'm like, y'all, I gotta make this call. So I'm like, hello? And my mama like, if you don't come home right now, I'm like, Mom? Mom? She like, nah, it's a ghost. If you don't come home right now, you think you're going to keep seeing Nikki? They been looking up at y'all text messages. Yes, we pulled the files. We been seeing y'all texting back and forth. Don't think I don't know where you at. I'm going to come and get you. So I'm telling you right now. You better come home because Nikki is not coming to see you no more. And so Nikki crying in the background. I'm like, I'm not coming home. She said, oh, you real tough through this phone.